Doubleheader from Greeley today in Front Range League action. Thad Anderson with you on the Front Range Baseball Network. Game 1 of 2 from University High in Greeley, Colorado. Fort Collins Fox is on the road day after the jersey number of the leadoff batter, Nori Todd, number 4, his jersey. Happy Independence Weekend. It's the 5th of July, Mountain Time, 4:07 p.m. We start a doubleheader. Grays hosting Foxes. Scott Thompson on the mound. The right-handed pitcher is up with his catcher, Brennan Taylor. Pitch 1 from Thompson to Fox's leadoff batter, Nori Todd. Todd swings pitch 1 for a strike. Scott Thompson, between his freshman and sophomore years of collegiate ball, 2 swings, 2 strikes for Nori Todd. Nothing on either of those. University High, 405 to center field. Lengthy center field reach with the wind blowing in right now, and Todd is out on 3 pitches. Nori strikes out swinging, 1 away. It's Cade Gavina up next for the Foxes. Nori Todd plays center field. He's the leadoff. Now Cade Gavina, second baseman on defense. Gavina batting number 2. Hank Smith bats third at first base. Number 4 in the order, right fielder Nick Bertucci. Phoenix West bats 5th at shortstop. 6th is Elijah Morales in left. 7th, Drew Oreskes, the DH. 8th, Aiden Young at third base. And the catcher, Ryan Vandiver, batting number 9. Thompson, bunt offered up by Cade Gavina. He left it out there, didn't make contact with it, and a strike goes on the board. Fort Collins Fox is leading the charge in the Front Range League, number 1 in the inaugural season of the Front Range League. Fox's 18-3 record. Thompson's pitch, a bender that stays inside, 1-1 count. The Foxes have played 21 games, and they've won 18 of them. That's not typical in baseball. Winning 18 and losing 3. Pitch from Thompson. That misses. 2-1 count. 7-inning ball game. 2 7s today, doubleheader format. Grays hosting. Fox is home tomorrow in Fort Collins with the Boulder 64s. Ball is out for 3-1. The Foxes and the Boulder 64s are running close to neck and neck. Foxes just a couple whiskers ahead in the standings, but they've played 5 times previously, the Boulder 64s and Foxes, with Boulder winning 3 and Fort Collins winning 2. They'll play tomorrow. Thompson's pitch, good pitch on the outer edge. Full count. So think about that. The Foxes' 18-3 record, all 3 of the losses to the Boulder 64s. Boulder at 18-6 overall, game and a half behind the Foxes. Thompson's pitch, he gets the inside. Wow, he works from outside to inside on strikes 2 and 3. Beautiful spots from Scott Thompson, and Cade Gavina reluctantly departs. Backward K for Gavina. Updated score bug, bottom right of your screen. 2 outs, bases clear for Thompson. First pitch to Hank Smith is wide. Hank Smith, the number 3 batter, playing first base. Hank from Scottsdale, Arizona, plays at Scottsdale CC in his hometown. Lefty bat, righty throw for the first baseman, Smith. Big looping breaking ball stays above the zone and wide. Catcher Brennan Taylor into his deep pre-pitch. Down on a knee, wide stretch with the right leg. Left knee down. Hank Smith in charge of the count at 3-0. Thompson working with 2 outs, bases clear, and he'll find he did not find the zone. I think Hank Smith thought he got the inside part of the plate. He stood there for a moment. Had to be told to get out. Go away. Beat it. Headed down to first, walk pitch, so 2 strikeouts and a walk. As they had, had it in Fort Collins. They've got more stars behind home plate for the celebratory paint decoration behind the plate. 8, 9. They got 9 behind the plate and several more up the third base line. The bags are painted. If you were with us for this, the Western Nebraska Pioneers and Foxes games on July 2, July 3, the bases painted patriotically. Here, first base in red, second base in white, third base in blue. Nick Bertucci bats number 4, power guy Bertucci. He's got 2 strikes against him. Thompson, good opening pitches to Bertucci. Last I looked, Nick Bertucci was sitting on 8 home runs on the year, leading the Foxes in long balls. He'll be part of the Home Run Derby in Gering, Nebraska, Monday night. Front Range League All-Star 2-day spectacular with the Home Run Derby that night. Chopper to third, across the diamond, strong throw, and Nick Bertucci grounds out. Austin Williams at third base makes the play defensively. 1 walk in the frame to Hank Smith. A couple strikeouts in that ground ball. Nice first inning of work for Scott Thompson, starting pitcher for the Greeley Grays, who will now bat with Cole Crosant, Peter Torbicki, and Seppi Salvatore, the 3 scheduled to the plate in the bottom of 1 for the Greeley Grays. Diamond Club at Miracle. Bottom of 1, 7-inning ball game, game 1 of a pair. Busy day in the Front Range League. I'll run you through the schedule shortly, but first let's see where Matthew Eubanks goes on the hill. Starter, the righty for the Foxes. First pitch to Cole Crosant is a strike down through the zone. Good spot from Matthew Eubanks, starter for the Foxes in game 1. Eubanks out of Concordia, Kansas, Dordt University in Iowa, his collegiate spot. Eubanks gets a foul off from Cole Crosant. That one 2 hops over the side wall of the buildings up above. Sprayed that over the backstop. 2-strike count to the leadoff batter, Cole Crosant, playing right field defensively today. Eubanks, good pitch from Matthew. He goes straight to work on Crosant. He does what Scott Thompson did to open the game, striking out the leadoff batter. Eubanks firm on the start. The first array of pitches, all 3 for strikes. And now Peter Torbicki, center fielder. First pitch to Peter. He's going to loop that towards second, and a little leap at the end for Gavina. Cade makes the catch. Pop up to second base on 1 pitch, so 4 pitches, 2 outs for Matthew Eubanks. Gavina got a good break on that ball. couldn't tell. It looked like it might have been a jam shot down toward the handle. A flare, thought it might get over the top. It didn't. Gavina, good quick reaction to it. Got the job done, 2 away. Here's Seppi Salvatore, the DH. Salvatore takes that. Looks like it was down. Eubanks hammers the zone with a pitch, evens the count. Salvatore, Northeast Community College in Kansas, out of Johnstown, Colorado, went to Roosevelt High. Lefty Salvatore with the righty Eubanks delivering, and that just missed the outer edge. Ryan Vandiver, catcher, sticks it, holds it for a second extra, didn't get the call. Got Ryan Othen, one of the Fox's pitchers, running the radar gun behind home plate. Othen, one of the Melbourne, Australia residents with this Fox's roster. Vandiver receives that down. Ball to Salvatore. Vandiver and Eubanks the battery for the Foxes, with Salvatore batting 2 outs. Deegan Corrigan on deck. Corrigan, the number 4 batter, first baseman. Eubanks burns it by Salvatore for a strike. Full count, 3-2. Salvatore, then Corrigan. Keegan Randall scheduled 5th. Ren Sato 6. Brennan Taylor 7. Austin Williams bats 8. And Caden Anderson, the 9 batter for the Grays. Here's the payoff. Eubanks gets a foul tip. Vandiver takes a little bit of damage. Catcher, he's tweaking out the, looked like it got him in the lower leg, maybe right leg. Plate umpires Larry May, our base umpire Scott Sheely. Thanks to our 2-umpire crew working on July 5 in Greeley. Larry May behind the plate buys catcher Ryan Vandiver a little time. Simmer down the nerve endings. And we go again on 3-2 to Salvatore from Eubanks. Good pitch from Matthew Eubanks as he burns another through. Swinging is Salvatore. Nothing there for Seppi, and that's 3 out. Impressive. That might have been a record for fastest first frame in a Front Range League game this year. It's been a run-heavy league all season long. Grays and Foxes go scoreless in the first. 4 batters came up for the Foxes. 3 saw the plate for the Grays. No hits, 1 walk. That went to the Foxes. They're going to bat again on the number 5 spot. Phoenix West, Elijah Morales, Drew Oreskes due up. If you're a real baseball player, that guy's a dude. You gotta have the newest, expensivest bat on the market. Bro. And it's gotta have the coolest name. Bro. Brand new. Just dropped. Tanks. Whatever the newest metals and materials might be, this bat is always one evolution newer. The Batco Crouching Tiger Nuke Mash Pummel Destroy Quad X Quadruple Extreme. Making mediocre hitters superstars. That guy's a dude. $600 at a time. Bro. Top of 2, Phoenix West will lead off for the Foxes. Shortstop in the defensive alignment in today's game 1 of 2. Phoenix West batting 5th. Scott Thompson throwing it well in the first. See what he does to back up a good first frame. West has been swinging a good bat this summer. Lays off a pitch at the top of the zone, missed for a ball. Thompson's second is swung on and missed, and Phoenix West lost the grip. His bottom hand came off the bat, kind of lost control of it a little bit, and I think he got a little bit of a piece of the catcher Brennan Taylor. Phoenix immediately turned around, apologized, said, "You all right?" And Brennan out of Severance, Colorado, said he was fine. Didn't even really flinch, so nothing out of Brennan. But Phoenix, I know he felt something funny behind him and was a little concerned for the catcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind is blowing in. That means it's at the backs of the pitchers. I don't know if that's helping them. I don't think so. But, man, these guys are carving so far. Not anymore. There's the first base hit of the game. Phoenix West is really hitting well this summer and just looks good at the plate, gets into 2-strike situations, delivers base hits. He's hit for power. Known by some as a pull hitter, came through Rocky Mountain High School, Phoenix. Scottsdale CC, his collegiate home, and seen Phoenix go the other way with some pitches for base hits. He's done a nice job offensively through the first just month plus now of the Front Range League. Breaking pitch almost had enough bend to it. Didn't quite land for Thompson. Elijah Morales, left fielder. Blaze Morales out of Avon, Colorado. Is a ground ball. It's going to be 2 shots, too soft for double play, and it's booted at short, and everybody's safe. Could have been 1. Was probably not going to be 2 on the speed of that ball through the infield. Instead, it's an E6, and now the Foxes have 2 aboard. TJ Salvatore, celebrity appearances here at the press box. Seppi's dad in the house. TJ just walked in and tried to steal a piece of the Jimmy John sandwich next to me, but then he slunk away guiltily. Good pitch from Thompson. TJ just stepped in and said, "Hi, we worked together years ago at Triple Crown Sports." I've known TJ for, I think, since before Seppi was born, or right around the time he was. I think it was before the guy playing DH position today for the Grays was even part of this earth. Thompson's pitch, that's back to the middle. Got a chance here. Going to flip to the middle, try to turn that over. Reskis running will be just safe. Fielder's choice in the middle of the diamond. Good job to find that out. Ball went right over the bag at 2. And now you got corners with 1 out. Grays needed that out, and they found it. Almost got the backside double play conversion. Drew Oreskes, the DH. He's not on the Fox's 4x100 team, not one of their speed guys. Able to leg that out and avoid the DP, and now a breaking ball Aiden Young looks at. Takes a strike. Thompson trying to see if he can leave this runner at third. That's going to give him a chance. High pop over the infield. That's high is not quite enough of a description. Ball is caught at second. Had to wait a while. So Ren Sato will stop the bloody nose from looking up so long. Altitude sickness on that ball. Sato puts it away. Good out there for Scott Thompson. Strikeout and a pop-up, and he's got a chance to wiggle out of here. When the characters in the cartoon strip Peanuts sing in the choir, they point their faces straight up in the sky, and you see up their nostrils. That was Red Sato's look right there. Scott Thompson with 2 out, and another breaking pitch, beautifully placed. Ryan Vandiver takes a strike. Catcher, number 9 batter for the Foxes, who have sent now a 5th Fox to the plate in this inning, but yet to score. Another good pitch. Thompson's got the bend working. He is a strike away from the escape after the first two were aboard on a single and an error. See if Scott can get out of it. Vandiver trying to punch in the first run for the Foxes. Ryan, he'll knock that into left. Good swing from Ryan Vandiver. And the Foxes do scratch the scoreboard. Thompson almost pulled off the escape. Ryan Vandiver on 2 strikes. RBI single for Ryan. And it turns the order over to the top. Nori Todd comes back up. First and second now. Todd, a threat to bunt. He does have a deep defender at third. Austin Williams is back good 5-6 steps behind the bag. Nori has that available. Should he want to put one down the really either line, he's got an opportunity. Nori changed bats after his last AB. Struck out his first time, so he'll try different lumber this time. Todd decelerates the start of his swing and lets that pitch go for a strike. Good bender, had him fooled. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nori Todd. See if the runners want to go anywhere. Oreskes leading at second in front of Vandiver at first, so I don't know if we'll see him take off. Vandiver does have a courtesy runner, by the way. Let me update that for you after this pitch. Todd swings and misses. I think it's Nate Eliason over there. Looks like Nate, yep. Courtesy runner Nate Eliason at first base. You can courtesy for the catcher. It's not a sub, just a speed up rule basically to let the catcher go back and get geared up. Eliason runs at first behind Oreskes. Couple strikes against Todd. He'll take up. If you heard a few days ago when the Foxes beat the Pioneers 11-6, then 10-7. Fort Collins Foxes have scored for 15 consecutive games in double figures. They have double-digit runs in 15 straight games. They've got their first today and now on the brink of a full bases situation here. If Todd can pull off the walk or the reach, 3-2 count. Last time they scored in double figures, the Foxes, was Saturday, June 7. That's almost a month ago. They've played a couple 7-inning games, not a lot of them, but when you get the 7-inning game, obviously a little less chance to score double figures. They were here, or they were actually hosting Greeley in June, scored 22 and 12 against them. Todd launches this to right, long run, it's hanging, it's down the line, sliding catch. What a play in right field. Sliding across the foul line, that's Cole Crosant. Plays a lot of shortstop. He played shortstop and second base and pitched for me in Cooperstown about 7 years ago when Cole went on a trip with us out there. And that was fun to watch. Cole ran a go route from right field, slides across the foul line, making the catch. Glove to the ground as it fell from the sky. And that keeps the Foxes from further damage. Todd flies out. 1 run in the inning. Ryan Vandiver, RBI single, has the Foxes leading 1-0. Bottom of 2. Deegan Corrigan, Keegan Randall, and Ren Sato coming to the plate. Deegan Corrigan now in for the Grays. Swing and a miss for Corrigan. Oddly enough, Deegan's out of Windsor, Colorado. Concordia University in Nebraska, in Seward, Nebraska. I got a chance to watch Deegan play doubleheader on a Wednesday night back in, I think that was April, in Seward. Swings and misses. A teammate of Deegan's at Concordia who played at Fort Collins High, Gino Macarini on that team. I coached Gino when he's a little guy, and I was out watching Gino play a DH, and there was Deegan Corrigan at it too. The two of them knew each other during the high school years, now both teammates at Concordia. Eubanks yanks that pitch wide of the zone. 1-2 count to Corrigan. Eubanks pitch. Bends it away, missed the zone, not by much. So Eubanks out of Concordia, Kansas. That's a whole different situation than Deegan's Concordia University. That's in Seward, Nebraska, near Lincoln, not far from Omaha. The pitcher, Matthew Eubanks out of Concordia, Kansas, whole different spot. Eubanks pitch. Got a strikeout pitch to lead off the bottom of 2. Corrigan is down for the first out. Still rolling, it looks like, in Front Range League play at Diamond Club in Arvada. Doubleheader there. Looks like top of the 7th. And maybe double check that. That one might have gotten through to the backside. Diamond Club up 6-5 in the 7th. I'll check on complete status of that contest. Alex Becker calling a doubleheader for us today on the Front Range Baseball Network at Ralston Valley High in Arvada. Pitch is up, and Keegan Randall, the shortstop, bats number 5, opens up his count. Ball 1. Yeah, it looks like Diamond Club trying to close out, swing and a miss, strike. Diamond Club in Arvada trying to close out the Miracles. Looks like it's top of 7, 6-5. Good game going there. Love the single-digit scoring. I think everybody across the Front Range League would love to see the pitchers get themselves a little more foothold against these offenses. A lot of high-scoring ball. Good to see a 6-5 contest going there. Off to a more pitching and defense-heavy start here in Greeley. 2 games to play. Sun-drenched field at University High. Clouds through earlier, cooled it off a little bit. Now it's blazing sunshine, a little breeze blowing. Again, in from the outfield toward home. Eubanks pitch. I'm going to try to, if I can get my technology to cooperate, or more accurately get myself to figure it out, try to tee up the Matthew Eubanks conversation I had when we were in Colorado Springs, Foxes and Miracles playing down there. Got a chance to talk with Matthew and aired that during that game. Might do an encore performance during this one, between innings. Pitch just missed. First base runner of the game for the Grays. Keegan Randall takes a pass. Update your score bug, bottom right. Runner on and 1 away, bottom of 2. Ren Sato. Sato fouls it straight back over the head of Ryan Othen, who's running the gun behind the plate for the Foxes, charting the results. Looks like Connor Kearns for the Foxes has the clipboard. Othen had that ball smash right above his head level on the backstop. Foul back. Eubanks heading to the plate. See if the runner wants to go anywhere. Not yet. Breaking pitch is inside. Pretty good pitch. Sato has a 1-1 count. Eubanks will send it over, back safely at first. Foxes in the road grays today. The grays and the home blues. Pitch is down. 2-1 count. Matthew Eubanks told me he played a variety of positions in high school. Didn't really get into pitching until recently. Through high school, he swung it. Played some corners on D, little outfield. I think, he was a catcher, said Eubanks. Looks good on the hill. Big frame. Matthew, 6'4". He told me flat out, I'm still figuring some things out, trying to kind of learn it, the deeper elements of the craft. You're doing that, trying to figure out the position of pitcher and also perfect your pitches, your grips. Good opportunity this summer for Matthew to serve as a starter for the Foxes. Has thrown it well. He needs a pitch right here against Ren Sato. Good patient at bat from Sato. Down in the zone, Sato rolls that. Tough play toward the hole. Quick turn and throw. What a play at shortstop from Phoenix West. Tough play. So I have not been, this is my first chance to be at a game here at University. I've been here before for other stuff, but this summer, seeing that it's doing a lot like I know City Park does, I know Carpenter Field in Boulder does, City Park in Fort Collins. Infield kind of eats up ground balls, thick grass. That thing to Phoenix West was getting chewed up by the grass as Sato went down the line. Nice play by Phoenix. Quick release. He got to it in the hole backhanding, planted, and just prioritized getting it out of his glove and out of his hand, and unleashed a good throw. 2 down, runner on 2. Eubanks to the plate. Chance to tie it up here. Brendan Taylor, the catcher. Brennan would have been part of that Severance High School state championship team a couple years back. Catcher for the Grays. Severance not far from here. That pitch in. I imagine probably people from Severance are fine talking about it. The institution there in Severance, small town. Bruce's Bar, Rocky Mountain Oyster Haven for decades. Town motto is where the geese fly and the bulls cry. Matthew Eubanks, 1-1 pitch, hit to the gap in right center. On comes Todd, and he makes a running catch. Good outfield defense, both sides. Todd runs a long route with the wind blowing that ball away from him toward right a little bit. Nori runs through it and crisscrosses with Nick Bertucci, fly out, and the bases go clear with nobody coming around. Through 2 innings, Foxes 1, Grays 0, top of the third, 2-3-4, Gavina, Smith, and Bertucci. Cade Gavino's pretty cool. He leads off. Second batter, top of the third. Number 2 guy in the order. Second batter is what I meant by that. I'm looking at what I believe is a live look-in. Back to the old days of ABC Sports. You're looking live on the Front Range Baseball Network. Chopper towards short on a third hop. It's scooped up. Sidearm sling. Nice play at short. Defense is asserting themselves today. Keegan Randall makes a nice play on the move and throws out Cade Gavina. Ground out to shortstop, one away. In Arvada, the El Paso County Baseball Miracles out of Colorado Springs, down to their final out, top of the 7th, doubleheader, 2 7-inning games there today in Arvada. 6-5 Diamond Club playing defense with 2 outs and a runner on 2, tying run for the Miracles at second base with 2 outs. Alex Becker finishing that game off on the Front Range Baseball Network. They'll have another one coming up probably 20 or 25 minutes after the conclusion of the current game being played in Arvada. I got to admit, I'm kind of peeping at that one as we watch Grays and Foxes. 1-0 count makes it a 1-1 here to Hank Smith. Good pitch from Thompson. That means I'm doing a bad job keeping the bug updated, but I just did. 1 out, nobody on. It appears to be maybe the longest at-bat in history in Arvada. They've been on 2 outs and runner on 2 forever. Hank Smith bounces one through the right side for the Foxes. Hank is aboard with 1 out. Foxes had no runs on no hits in the first. They drew a walk. That was Hank Smith. He's now 1 for 1, been on base twice, single and a walk. Second inning, Foxes went 1 run on 2 hits. For the Grays, they were no runs, no hits, 3 up, 3 down in the first. In the second, Grays no runs on no hits. They had a walk in the inning. Their first base runner was Keegan Randall. Strikeout, ground out, fly out for the Grays in the bottom of 2. Now with 1 out, 1 aboard for Fort Collins. And the game did just cap in Arvada. Diamond Club holds on for a 6-5 win over the Miracles out of Colorado Springs. Scott Thompson's pitch is hammered down the line. That'll pull foul. Nick Bertucci took a large dude hack at that one. Right field line looks like 330, and I think it's 330 down left. Got to admit, the gauge of the chain link here is about as thick as you're going to get it. You can tell on your camera shot. So I'm trying to see down to those corners. I know it's 405 to center. Bertucci fouls it, and that'll hit my truck. I am getting a windshield replacement on Monday, so have at it. Center field 405, and it's got a gate out there in center, so it actually kind of kicks out a little more to the left side of center. It might be even a little deeper than 405. 375 both gaps here at University High. Again, wind blowing in pretty stiffly with wood bat baseball. It would take a Aaron Judgian swing to get one out of here today, and even that might not be enough. Bertucci watches a pitch up and probably away. 2-2 count to Nick. Gray's looking for a DP here. Would love a ground ball. See if they can roll out of this third inning. Bertucci's going to jam shot that over second base. Shortstop has it. Keegan Randall. 2 outs, and Phoenix West, he has one of the 2 hits on the day for the Foxes. West singled last inning. He bats in back-to-back frames, second and the third. West swinging, and he's got a strike against him. Oh, 1 to West. That gets loose, and the force is off. Hank Smith gets a free base. Hank Smith moves up to second. And West, he's been good and clutch for the Foxes. It'll be a wild pitch on that last one. Kind of a tweener ball. I'm sure catcher Brennan Taylor would tell you he could have played that, got through him to his glove or his throwing hand side, had to kind of reach down for a backhand stab attempt. Could have worked the block a little harder. Back to the backstop it went. Hank Smith went to 2. Phoenix West 2-1 count. The powder blue bat for Phoenix. Houston Oilers style. Good pitch from Scott Thompson. Bends one on West that evens up the count at 2s. Thompson's pitch is way upstairs. That's a wild one. And 2 wild pitches in the at-bat have moved Hank Smith from first to third. Opening the door here for the Foxes to tally on 2 outs. I saw Scott Thompson before the game today. I've got a chance a couple times this summer to talk with Scott. He is pitching on his high school mound. Went to University High, did Scott. Right here playing his high school ball. Now at Missouri S&T in Rolla, Missouri. He'll be a sophomore. Thompson's pitch is hit to second and going to get out of it. Will dodge the 2 wild pitches. Sato at second base makes the play. Scott Thompson throwing a nice game and the defense backing him up. Ground out to short was a nice play in the inning. Single by Hank Smith. The pop out from Bertucci above second base to shortstop Keegan Randall, and the roller ground out to second base. Sato makes the play. Foxes don't score in the third frame. 7-inning ball game. Grays are on their 8-9-1. Austin Williams, Caden Anderson, Cole Crosant, top of the order, will be due up third in the bottom of the third.
Cliche Country, Sugar Lake's unicorn of radio. Wide open and in the saddle. Tough, gritty. We are servant leaders with exceptional bandwidth who give 110%. So open a can of worms and beat a dead horse. Get outside the box. 108.1 FM. Put a pin in it for a win-win situation. Sugar Lake's Cliche Country, 108.1 FM. It is what it is. You got this. Have a nice rest of your day.
We're gonna go, we'll take our time. We'll hit the road, see what we find. Anticipate and wait. I wanna leave, I wanna go. What could be out there? What will I see? Will I find a secret to me? Then it begins, it's time to go. The journey's
Ball in from Matthew Eubanks opens up the bottom of the third inning. Number 3 on his jersey, Austin Williams, has first bat of the third for the Greeley Grays. I did not see, and I might have missed him, but I did not see Tim Galindo today, head coach for the Grays. He also coaches on the youth level with his son. I've coached with and against Coach Galindo on many a youth field. Zach Bissell, Nate Lovato, assistant coaches, I think are running the ship down there today, and they're trying to get something going here in the third. First base is on autopilot right now. No base coach down the first base line. Looks like a player's coach in third. So Bissell and Lovato must be in Wizard of Ozing some buttons in the dugout trying to get this going. That pitch for Eubanks didn't miss by much. Not sure where that one was. Must have been up. Eubanks has a pleasant demeanor. He's got a puzzled look on his face. No disrespect from Matthew, though, off the mound. He comes back with a strike. Matthews just generally kind of a good dude, but it might be something too where as a newer pitcher, last thing he's worried about is yipping from the mound. He's just going to try to figure out where the zone's at, go find it. 3-2 pitch. Leadoff batter, Austin Williams. Eubanks pumps one on the inside. Good pitch from Matthew. Austin Williams swings out. I often refer to my own abilities as mad skills. That's way overstatement, but I did just put in the final score from Arvada. Standings are updated with the first game of the day in the books. I fired that score in during the inning switch. That ball is flared up foul, and that thing started somewhere around the foul line, looking up at it with this wind blowing. You could see that. It's got tail on it anyway. Got backspin, side spin toward the right field side, and when it got up in the air, the wind did the rest and moved that ball from about where you can see the umpire on your screen right now, the base umpire, Scott Sheely, standing down at where the grass and the dirt meet. That ball was up above him somewhere, and it landed way foul. Wasn't even close to the fence with Hank Smith going to take a look at it, first baseman for the Foxes. Caden Anderson takes a pitch down and in. 1-1 count. Eubanks gets his sign into his full windup delivery. Burns a strike through. Got a little foul tip of that, but caught strike two. Vandiver gloves up a good pitch from Eubanks that Anderson barely touched. It's got a 1-2 count. No offer on the swing. Appeal down the first baseline. Looked like a good interpretation down first by Sheely, the field umpire. Two-umpire crew. He's working from the A slot right now. You got the A, B, C slots, and he's with bases clear. Sheely got the good view of the go, no-go. Did not go there. Breaking pitch. Caden Anderson, I think, was using the mentality of if you can escape a two-strike count, do it. He didn't yield much on that pitch. Was hoping it might clip his thigh. It didn't. No hit by pitch. Eubanks survives a near miss on an inside delivery. Eubanks back to the zone here, gets a ground ball. One-hand pick by Phoenix West, and he calmly tosses across. Ground out to shortstop, 2 away, top of the order here. Cole Crosant struck out his first time. Still on my probationary apology plan to Cole. We talked about this a couple weeks ago in Fort Collins. When he was a young guy and went to Cooperstown with the team I took out there, we all thought his name was Croissant. Called Cole Croissant the whole time. He never corrected us. I apologized a couple weeks ago. I said, man, it's Croissant, buddy. Man. He said, that's okay. I hear it all the time. It doesn't matter. I said, yeah, it does. Cole Crosant is your guy. Wrongly identified for years in the youth baseball world as Cole Croissant. Made a beautiful play in right field earlier in this game, catching a ball from Nori Todd that was right on the foul line in right. Crosant made a sliding catch. He's going to nub this right, just wide of the bag. Foul ball. That thing came close to hitting the red base. Patriotic first bag. It was just foul. And again, it's the right position to be in if you're in the two-umpire layout. Great view of that ball doinking down the line, just foul. 1-1 count to Crosant. He's got a 1-2 after a good breaking pitch from Eubanks. Peter Torbicki on deck if Crosant can keep it going. Fouls one away to the parking lot. Greeley Youth Sports Complex just to our south and east. Mimi Costanet running the show over there. USSSA State Tournament happening today. Ball games all over that 8-field park. Just across the street from where we're at. Croson chops that foul third base side. Cole still alive. A couple foul balls keeping him at it. Eubanks walking his way back on. 6'4" from the ground level on the grass. Looks like about 6'10" when he gets up on the bump here at University High. And wind is not relenting. It's blowing an atypical direction for this part of the world. Usually comes downslope from the mountains. It's kind of heading back that way. Croson's going to swing and strike out. 2 Ks in the inning for the pitcher, Matthew Eubanks. Matthew has 5 strikeouts through 3 innings. 9 outs have been recorded, and 5 of those by strikeout from Matthew Eubanks. Top of the 4th, we're flying along here. 7-inning ball game. It's 1-0 Foxes, and they've got 6, 7, 8, Morales, Oreskes, and Young. Thank you.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. Run! This has been a test of the emergency alert system. In the event of an actual emergency, you're probably cooked. All-yard baseball. All-yard baseball. All-yard baseball. All-yard baseball.
Back when I feel like, when I feel like, when I feel like. Back when I feel like I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
Scott Thompson working to the 4th frame. Good start for Thompson. He'll bend a pitch on the inside part of the plate, and Blaze Morales leading off. Looks back to plate umpire Larry May, verifies if that was the inside of the zone, and he gave it a yes head nod. Thompson now goes away, and Morales rolls it back through for a base hit. 0-1 pitch to Elijah Morales, winds up in center field on a roller over the mound. And a man aboard for the Foxes. Foxes with 2 hits in the second, 1 in the third now, 1 in the fourth. 4 hits for the game. 1 run plated for Fort Collins. Defenses have generally held up. Pitchers working well. Neither pitcher particularly fast-paced. Matthew Eubanks works at a moderate pace, and Scott Thompson, who I really enjoy talking to, love the dude. He's at times a human rain delay. Slow worker on the mound. That's fine if that's your pace. Working well, serving him well today. Runner takes off. Morales is going. Throw down to second base. Tough grab on a low pitch. Peanut M&M's delivered to me. World's good. Runner down to 2 on the steal. Thanks to Kim Barnhill and all the good folks with the Greeley Grays. 100th year of Grays baseball, and if they've achieved one great thing in their 100 years, it's peanut M&M's to the booth. Thompson, leadoff guy aboard, and a stolen base. Drew Oreskes, strike on the outside part. Nice pitch from Thompson. I was working this drill 2 days ago. Move him. Oreskes, the lefty, at a minimum wants to get something on the ground to the right side of the infield, first base, second base side. Move that runner along with nobody out. Thompson misreleased what looked like a spinning pitch, just stayed out and away. Aiden Young on deck for the Foxes. Blaze Morales vaulting around out at second base, thinking about a go there. Thompson turns on him. Now quickly to the plate comes Scott, and he puts Oreskes aboard, ball 4. Drew fielder's choice his first time up. That was in the second inning, and now this walk. 2 Foxes aboard. Aiden Young. Ryan Vandiver on deck. The catcher, number 9 spot, has a hit on the day. Aiden Young popped out to second his first time up. Scott Thompson, I wouldn't call it frustration, but you see a couple reactions in the inning. His pitch is not performing the way he's either wanting them to or has had them. Had a couple pitches, just didn't like how they came out. Thompson back up on the hill. Scott, 59 pitches in the game, 35 for strikes. Morales had a good start at second, didn't go. This ball swatted toward the gap. It's got depth to it, and that ball is gone against the wind. Aiden Young, 3-run shot. The Foxes go up 4-0. Young lifted it high, and that thing fought through the teeth of the wind for a 3-run shot from Aiden Young. Scott Thompson goes back to work, and Vandiver's going to go first pitch and keep the train moving here for the Foxes as they get offensive in the top of the 4th. 3-run shot from Aiden Young, followed by a single from Vandiver. He's 2 for 2, and he will yield first base. Vandiver again, courtesy runner. Nate Eliason comes on. Eliason, number 38. His dad, Sam, calls some games for us on the Front Range Baseball Network. I saw Sam at the Foxes game a couple days ago. Made my obligatory reference to Nate getting his speed from his dad, and Sam readily admits, probably not him, probably mom. Strike 1 to Nori Todd. Nori 0 for 2 today. Nate, good wheels at first, the courtesy runner. Was stranded at first base last time he ran. After the first Vandiver single, Todd fouls that around his feet. Ball dribbles away. Nori offers to clean that up for plate umpire Larry May. It's an impressive shot from Aiden Young. That wind still blowing in our faces through the bleachers and the box. Todd swings, and he's walking away. Strikeout is 1 down. Good for Scott Thompson. He gets back at it with the runner on 1. Thompson needed an out, got one there. He's on 64 pitches for the day, 40 for strikes for Scott, 3 1/3 innings pitched. Now 6 hits for the Foxes, 3 earned runs, 4 total. Runner leans just a little bit on the pick move. He's back safely. Scott Thompson has 3 strikeouts in the game. He got the first 2 batters for the Foxes on strikeouts. Todd and Gavina in the first inning just added his 3rd strikeout of the day. Now on the top of the 4th, Thompson, and again leaning at 1, and Eliason finds his way back. That's a little lean the first time, a bigger lean the second time. Nate thinking he wouldn't pick again. So now what happens? Nate taking off on first move. Scott going to go slide step. Pick him one more time. Won't pick, and runner doesn't go. Back pick to 1. Easily back is Eliason. Fox's starter Matthew Eubanks threw 3 innings pitched, 47 pitches thrown. Just over 15 pitches per inning for Eubanks. Good starts on both sides today. There goes the runner Eliason on a bending pitch. Throw is near the bag, a little short hop, and Eliason steals it. Catcher Ryan Vandiver, who's being courtesy run for, he runs well. Eliason definitely no slower than the speedy Vandiver, but he'll yield the catcher position. Courtesy runner, probably pick up just a little speed with Eliason out there. Base running specialist, trying to bring the 5th run around. Cade Gavina batting after the Nori Todd strikeout. Got 1 down. Pitch missed. It's a 3-0 count. Three balls to Gavina. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Hank Smith behind him is 1 for 1 with a walk. That pitch is up. Second walk of the inning. 3 hits for the Foxes in the inning. And the last time he walked a guy, the next dude hit a bomb. Single walk home run. Now you've got a single and a walk. Foxes would like to repeat the pattern with a guy who's capable, Hank Smith. Would have to work against the wind. That ball from Aiden Young, it was pretty high, too, where the wind had time to work on it. Aiden just hit the out of that ball. Eliason hopping over at first base. This ball to the gap again. Smith hit it a long way, and the pattern won't continue, but the runs are going to score. Double throw coming in is over the relay man. Gavina's going to hold up at 3. Eliason scoring on a double that hit at the track in left center field, and Hank Smith toasted that ball. RBI double for Hank, his second hit of the day. Four runs in the inning for the Foxes. No visit to the hill yet. Thompson looks like he's in the full right here. He is, and he gets a swing and a miss from Nick Bertucci. Gavina at third, Smith at second. Oh, 1 pitch to Bertucci. Down and away. Just noticing again the catcher, Brennan Taylor, works really low in that setup as a catcher. He's down on the knee, and he kicks the right leg out down the first base side. Basically takes away the 5-hole. That pitch was down toward where his right knee goes when he extends out. Caught it out over the left side batter's box. Here he'll stay in a little more upright position. Blocks a pitch nicely, does Brennan Taylor. Nick Bertucci, 8th batter of the inning for the Foxes. This is kind of the way that it works, kind of the formula for Fort Collins this summer with their 18-3 record in first place in the Front Range League. They have these explosive innings, get some separation, solid pitching. They've really had a nice rounded package with the first 21 games of the year. Bertucci hammers that through the left side. One runs in, and the other is going to hold up. Gavina will pause or make it Hank Smith. Sorry, Gavina's going to score, and Hank Smith will pull up at third base. Bertucci has his first hit of the day. That's an RBI for Nick. Now the conversation at the mound after trying to fight through the Foxes here with this offense cutting it loose. Oh, that is Tim Galindo out there. Couldn't see him through the chain link earlier, but he was coaching third earlier. That's my mistake. I didn't know if Tim was off coaching elsewhere this weekend. And the pitching change will be made as Scott Thompson, he was sailing through 3. Great work. And then the Fox is getting to him with 8 batters here in the 4th. Always enjoy watching Scott pitch on his high school mound back here in his hometown. Scott is out in the 4th frame with 1 away. He'll go 3 1/3 statistically with 8 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, 75 pitches for Scott Thompson. A pitching change in Greeley. Grays make the change before the at-bat for Phoenix West. 6-0 Fort Collins Foxes on top of the Grays.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Can of Whoop. We all want to dominate. We all have those moments when we just can't find that next gear. When you can't find that next gear, try Can of Whoop. Pop the top and pour it on. Can of Whoop. Pop the top and pour it on.
All yard baseball. All yard baseball. All yard baseball. All yard baseball.
When I feel like, when I feel like, when I feel like, back when I feel like, I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
Phoenix West is in. First at bat against a fresh arm. This is chopped to first base. Going to go to second from Corrigan. Try to turn it back the other way. West is safe, and scoring is Hank Smith. Foxes get another one on the fielder's choice ground ball. 3-6 on the putout for 2 away. West on with the fielder's choice grounder. Deegan Corrigan made the play at first. Nice feed to second. Only real chance Deegan had to make an out there was the route he went. Well played. Lincoln Lions, Greeley, Colorado hometown. He's on the bump now. Didn't even have a chance to introduce Lincoln. Throws a strike to Elijah Morales. West went quickly into his swing. 7 runs now on the board for the Foxes. Lions pitch with West at first. He's going to fake a takeoff there. Lincoln Lions might be on my Front Range League all-name team. That's pretty cool. Always like the alliteration. Got the double L's for Lincoln. Was it a Matthew McConaughey movie, Lincoln Lawyer? Lincoln Lions. A town called Lyons in Colorado, over not far from Boulder. 10th batter of the inning, Elijah Morales is that guy, batting for the second time in the 4th inning. And what was a 1-0 ball game when this top of the fourth started. There goes West. He takes off. That ball goes through on a swing. Morales, I think, just protecting his runner there. I guess he took a hack at a pitch that was way out in the left side box. And if that was what Morales did, which I imagine it was, kudos to Elijah. Giving up a strike. Credit the stolen base to Phoenix West. Morales 1 for 2 on the day. 1 run scored. If he singles here, it's probably going to change the scoreboard again. Currently a touchdown lead for the Foxes. Two-two pitch to Morales. Reaches and swats that foul. That hit something metallic. I'll give you Elijah Morales' phone number so you can track him down to pay the bill. Another pitch from Lyons. Down it goes in the zone. That'll flare towards center. Running effort will yield the catch. Nice play in center field. Denies the Foxes another run. Peter Torbicki sliding through the finish toward the right center gap. Makes the catch. Good defense in the outfield once again. Foxes go big in the top of the fourth. 6 runs in the inning for Fort Collins Foxes, and they're out to a 7-0 lead, 7-inning ball game. 10-run rule after 5. Grays need to get to work offensively now to answer, and they will see another dose of Matthew Eubanks working into his 4th inning, the starting pitcher for the Foxes.
River Morgan presents famous baseball quotes.
Hey, Dad,
Lily
asks
asks
not
not
what
what
I
I
do
do
when there's no
baseball.
baseball.
Keeps
Just
the parrot
I'll tell
fun
you what I
off
do.
the streets.
I stare out the
Yo,
window.
there's
and
no
wait for spring.
crying in baseball.
Bottom of 4, and all of a sudden the Grays working with a very different situation here, facing a 7-run deficit. Matthew Eubanks, the Foxes starter, still up there. He's been great today, Eubanks. Number 2 batter in the order, top of the 4th. Just the 11th Grays batter to come to the plate in this game. Eubanks missed a pitch there. Lefty Torbicki just made the nice play in the outfield. 2-1 count now with that ball down. Love the between-inning DJing up here. We had hip-hop earlier. We had Dr. Feelgood from Motley Crue. What's coming next? Maybe get a little Whitney Houston or some Celine Dion. Really bring the crowd down. Eubanks has that ball shot to left, running toward the line. Nice play in left field defensively for the Foxes by Elijah Morales. That ball had some heavy tail on it. Morales on the run reaches out long and makes the snag. Here's Seppi Salvatore. Big swing for Salvatore, and he missed on that. I've been trying to build the fame of Ryan Othen all day, the Melbourne, Australia Foxes player. Attends Antelope Valley CC in California. Othen, you can see him at the bottom of your screen. Big swing and nothing for Salvatore. 1-2 count to Seppi. I've been talking about the radar gun work by number 6 for the Foxes. That's Othen there, lower left part of your screen, handling the gun duties. Just trying to get him some pub here on the Front Range Baseball Network. That's what we're all about. Fouled off by Salvatore. Foxes sent 10 batters to the plate in the top half of this inning. They've now gotten 1 out, and they've got 2 down. Salvatore takes a pitch down and away. Torbicki flew out to left, and Salvatore looked at strike 3, 2 out. Deegan Corrigan on the right side batter's box. Swings for strike 1. Eubanks, interesting finish. He turned his back. He ended up facing second base, and he did a little hop step out of his landing. I thought he might have tweaked an Achilles or a hammy or a pituitary, but he's all right. Now he goes right to the outer edge. Good work by Eubanks. I don't think he was decoying there by looking a little altered after that pitch. I do like, talked about the pace of Matthew. He gets right back on. Doesn't quick pitch anybody, but he's ready. Ready pitch approach. Here's a full pitch, or a full wind-up pitch. Matthew working from the full with some good rhythm. Keegan Randall on deck batter trots across to pick up ball to backstop in front of Ryan Othen's radar gun. Don't know what speed they tracked Randall at on the run through there. 1-2, swing and a miss, and Eubanks has 2 more Ks in the 4th. Matthew Eubanks, that is 7 Ks in the game for Eubanks. He is carving up the Grays, who have sent 14 batters to the plate through 4 innings. Make it 13. 13 batters to the plate through 4 innings. And the 1 walk in the game to Keegan Randall. Eubanks strong 4 frames. 5th inning coming up. Drew Oreskes scheduled to lead it off. 7, 8, 9, Oreskes, Young, and Vandiver.
The Palace of Pong, the place for paddles. Ping Pong Palace, where ping pong players play ping pong and people populate pre- and post-perfect performances at the ball yard. Ping Pong Palace. Positioned perfectly for our population, perpendicular to the pit, plus pleasant proximity to our pristine pond. Please pop in for Pong. Purchase pop, popcorn, pizza, pastries.
Take it from me. Ping Pong Winchester. The place for Pong is Ping Pong Palace.
Ping Pong Palace. Positioned perfectly for our population, perpendicular to the pit, plus pleasant proximity to our pristine pond. Please pop in for Pong.
Fort Collins Foxes 7. Greeley Grays 0 in the top of the 5th frame. Oreskes goes first pitch, knocks it off the glove of Sato, picks it up, and Oreskes is going to beat that. Error at second base on a liner that Sato had bounced off of his leather to the backhand side. Right at him. Couldn't finish the catch, and Oreskes, he slowed just, excuse me, just a little bit. Did Drew, thought it was caught. And picked up his pace again and beat it. Larry May, plate umpire, is chatting with Fox's head coach Larry McCann. My only guess there is that somebody made a wisecrack out of the first base dugout that plate umpire Larry May wanted to talk to Coach McCann about. Let's not have that. And I'm all for it. Totally support the approach. Keep the yipping to a minimum. Plate umpire Larry May, that kind of maneuver from him, that'll earn. If he wants to come up here, you can have a couple of my peanut M&Ms. Happy to share with that approach. Aiden Young went yard last time. 3-run shot in the 4th. Runner aboard for the Foxes. Got caught up in that long frame for the Foxes, and with apologies to Alex Becker and Arvada, a little late on the trigger, getting him looped across. Ground ball to third, nicely played, good throw, tough angle throw from third base, sends a one-hop throw, a long bounce from Austin Williams, and a nicely played ball by Deegan Corrigan at first. It was a chopper right down the line at third. Austin Williams made a nice running play on, and then just a tough release angle on that. Running toward the home plate area and trying to fire back across his body. Bounced a throw in the grass. Corrigan made a nice adjustment to that hop. Glove the out. 1 down, 1 on. Runner moves to second base, Oreskes. Vandiver sees a pitch that bent inside the zone, just missed. So Alex Becker back up and running in game 2 from Arvada, bottom of the 1st inning with the Miracles and Diamond Club playing the second of their 2-game set today. Scoreless in the bottom of 1. That's on the Front Range Baseball Network also. And a lot more coming today. Another one from here. Game 2 between the Foxes and Grays. Prospectors at 64s in Boulder, NOCO Prospectors in the Boulder 64s at 6 o'clock Mountain Time. Got game 2 in Arvada now, our game 2 coming later. And the capper of a busy day, 3-ball count to Ryan Vandiver. Spradley Collegians traveling from Pueblo, Colorado at the southern end of the state, up into Nebraska, western Nebraska, all the way up I-25, and then an hour and a half or so through Wyoming and Nebraska. It's Spradley Collegians at the Western Nebraska Pioneers tonight on the network at 6:30 Mountain Time. Vandiver takes a walk. He's on for the 3rd time. 2 singles, now a walk, and Nate Eliason will probably emerge from the dugout as a courtesy runner. Here comes Nate. Off goes Ryan, who's working on a beautiful game behind the plate with the starter Matthew Eubanks. 3rd courtesy running appearance for Nate Eliason, running for the catcher. That speaks well for Vandiver. He's getting on base, and good day to be assigned the courtesy running duties. Nate getting Plenty of run. Nori Todd, top of the order. Nori 0 for 3. Here's his 4th plate appearance. He's going to go ground ball through the left side. Oreskes will round it. Ball rolling softly into left will let everybody move up 2 bags on Todd's single. That's an RBI with Oreskes scoring. Nate Eliason goes first to third. Nori Todd has his first hit going the other way with it through the 5.5 hole. Foxes build it up to an 8-run lead. Lincoln Lyons in his 2nd inning of work. He took over with 1 away last inning. 1 out on the board in this inning on a ground ball to third. Had an error to start the inning on a medium pace liner to second base. Pick throw over to 1. Todd's back. Walk to Vanderbilt. So it's error, ground ball, walk, and that first hit of the inning by Todd scores a run. He's at first. Cade Gavina is batting. Hank Smith on deck. Gavina, 2nd time today, he's rolled around to show bunt. That one got the zone. Cade let it go. It's a strike. One strike count to Gavina. Runner takes off. Todd down to 2, and he'll take the bag. 2nd and 3rd for the Foxes. And you have to do the math. Don't love to think about it if you're the Grays, but those 2 runs right there would put the Grays on the ropes of a run rule at 8-0. 10 after 5 is the format in a 7-inning game in the Front Range League. Gavina has an 0-2 count. Infield is in for the Grays. They're aware of the math. Near miss for Lincoln Lyons. Get that out updated on the board for you. I was tardy on that one. Got 1 out in the frame. Gavina fouls it away to stay alive with 2 strikes. Out into the parking lot. Cade trying to extend the at-bat. He's seen a couple extra pitches here after getting down in a big hole. Thompson's pitch, or Lyons' pitch, sorry, update my brain, went from pitcher 14 to pitcher 13, the jersey counts. Lyons misses there. Had the super near miss on an 0-2 pitch that Gavina stayed off of and got rewarded with the ball call. Now a couple foul balls and a miss here. Hands to the belt. Lyons comes to the plate, and he's wide with that one. Full count. Again, infield in. Methodical pace on the hill. Long looks in. Gavina's been up there a while. Cade getting his money's worth. Fouls it back. Another pitch coming. Teams are fed in the Front Range League. Standard policy, home team feeds up both teams. And there's a big crock pot of walking taco meat behind us here. That might not survive. Players might have to figure something else out. Am I hearing spaghetti floating around somewhere? Another 3-2 pitch coming from Lyons. Gavina watched it, and it's a strikeout pitch from Lincoln Lyons. That was a long, challenging A-B. It started off, Lyons had full command, feeling great about it. Gavina worked him, and Lincoln finishes nicely, weathering out a long AB. Hank Smith trying to put the Foxes up by a 10 spot and make it the 16th straight game the Foxes have scored in double figures. Base hit here with the speedy Nori Todd at second base. I think Larry May is going back he's going back toward the dugout at least. Foxes coach Larry McCann said whatever was needed as far as helping Larry May. Larry McCann must have said, "I'm on it. He'll take care of it." Larry May didn't want to hear any more of it. Left-handed batter, Hank Smith. Hank, 2 for 2 on the day, plus a walk. He's been on base all 3 times. Walk in the first, single in the third, double in the fourth. So if you work his progression, he's due for a triple here. Lyons thinks he's due for an out. Missed wide for a ball. Missed wide again for 2-0. Lyons to the plate on a 2-0. He got the edge that time. Good pitch. Working away from Smith. First two. Well, the first one was a little wide. Next one wider. This one works it back to the edge of the zone. Working away from Hank. Nick Bertucci on deck. 1 for 3 on the day. Single last inning. Fox has batted 10 guys last inning. They're on their 6th batter this inning. Smith fires at it again, staying on the outside. Lions 4 pitches out there, 2 of them, really 3 of them high quality. 1 just missed, and the other 2 great pitches to Smith. Lincoln listed as Occidental College in California collegiately. Out of Greeley, his hometown. Down it goes. Nicely played at catcher by Brennan Taylor. Letting your pitcher throw that pitch. It's good work by the catcher. Using the arsenal. Hit the dirt ball there. Couldn't get Smith to go at it for a drop third throw out. That's the design of that pitch. Catcher knows they're blocking. Easier to block when you know it's coming. Good job letting Lyons throw what he wants to throw. Couldn't get Smith to offer up. 3-2, 2 outs. Smith is going to knock that into left, and that's going to put in 1 run. Here comes Nori Todd around third. Throw to the plate is in time. Nice play at the plate by Brennan Taylor. Todd tried to get over that tag as the ball arrived right as Nori did, and just a graze of Todd on the tag got him 7-2 on the throw. Beautiful throw from left field by Caden Anderson. Keeps that 10th run off the board. Foxes get another and tally up to a 9-0 lead. Hank Smith, RBI, base hit, puts another on the board.
Hey, it's Max Alpha, head coach, manager, governor, executive, chief of Elite Prospects Gold Platinum Elite in my 5-ton pickup truck that I bought at Cartropolis. One of my 4 vehicles. One of only 6 total vehicles in the village of Sugar Lake. Elite Prospects Gold Platinum Elite tryouts are coming up. Be there if you want to be elite. We only take people who are better than everybody else. If you want to be the best, be at tryouts. Elite Prospects Gold Platinum Elite. Do not look at our record on Game Changer. We're the elitist. We will cover airfare for anybody across the globe who believes they're better than anybody else. We'll pay for you to be at our tryout. Don't miss it. Elite Prospects Gold Platinum Elite. We're just better than you.
Ball yard baseball. Ball yard baseball. Ball yard baseball. Ball yard baseball.
Fox's starter Matthew Eubanks goes to the fifth. Eubanks keeping the pitch count under control. He's still highly available for Larry McCann, and Jay O'Connor, the pitching coach for the Foxes, misses to the dirt for ball one. Keegan Randall opens the frame for the Grays. Randall walk in the second. The only Grays player to reach. Second inning walk. Eubanks inside on the pitch, 2-0. And flashback to that throw from left field. That was a beautiful throw, working toward the line and left. A quick pick and release by Caden Anderson. He knew he had to go quick. Nori Todd, good speed. And to get an accurate throw right along the line was pretty impressive for the angle he was coming at and the body contortion that was going on. Fouled away, 2-1. Catcher Brennan Taylor made a pick on the throw and flapped the tag out as Todd went flying by him, tried to leap around the tag with a bang arrival at the plate, ball and runner. Taylor grazed him and got the out. And when the symphony's really working, plate umpire Larry May was in great position, saw the whole thing, had set himself up expecting that. You got to anticipate that play, and he did. There's a tie-up swing from Keegan Randall, who kind of stiff-armed the backside of that swing. Fooled on the pitch. Randall playing for the Greeley Grays. Love the wood bat look. Sweet gray bat. Going at it with a 2-strike count against him, and that's strike three. Bending pitch from Eubanks lands in the zone. That is 3 consecutive Ks for Matthew Eubanks. 2 of those backward. Couple looking and a swinging strikeout of Salvatore Corrigan and Randall. 3 in a row for Eubanks. 2 strikeouts in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 1 more here in the fifth. 8 Ks on the day for Eubanks, who fires a strike past the swing of Ren Sato. Matthew hanging around 65 pitches right now, 41 strikes, and now 66 pitches. That one just went in the book. 25 balls. That ball is lobbed to right. It's shallow. Nick Bertucci, sun bouncing off of his sunglasses. He'll glide his way over for the catch. Nick mentioned he's from Australia last year. I said, you a big 4th of July guy now? He said he hung out, I think it's his host family, Rochelle Reynolds, the GM for the Foxes. He said last year they hung out in the neighborhood, blew some stuff up. Talked to some Foxes players today in the dugout. They went and rafted the Poudre River yesterday, or tubed it. Didn't raft it. They tubed it. I think it was about 10 guys from the Foxes all went and got on the river. Eubanks in on the first pitch. Catcher Brennan Taylor after the pop out to right field and 2 away from Sato. Brennan Taylor, Austin Williams would be next. Swing and empty there for Taylor. Eubanks went down 2 balls and no strikes to Keegan Randall at the start of this inning. Get into the deeper frames for the starter. Wondered if he might start having trouble finding it. Now he jumps on top of this count with 2 away. Tried to end it with a pitch that bent down and away. Taylor laid off it. Eubanks, full wind, swing, and a 2-strike. Empty hack. 2 strikes on the board now against Brennan Taylor. Strikeout, pop out, just out. Eubanks wanted it. Gave a little one-leg hop at the end of that, hoping he had closed the 5th. Just missed. Full count for Taylor. That is popped up, sailing above the infield. Going to be tough with the wind. It's going to drift into foul ground, and Hank Smith comes all the way down to the walk-up lane just off of the home plate circle. Ryan Vandiver, tough on a catcher there. That ball up in the air, blew back from fair into foul. Smith from first base makes the catch, and Eubanks works out of the full count. The good pitch to get the pop out. 5 innings completed in Greeley at University High. Grays will play defense against the number 4 batter for the Foxes, Nick Bertucci. Coming up, 9-0 Foxes. Nick Bertucci leads off the top of the 6th inning, 7-inning ball game, goes to third base on a second short hop, picked nicely, and the bag re-kicked by Deegan Corrigan. Corrigan stretches out and then stretches back to make sure he recorded the bag in front of Bertucci. Nice pickup at third base by Austin Williams. That was a hard one hop that took a second hop, just a short hop skip in front of the glove of Williams. Smooth on the pickup. Quick 1 out for the Foxes. Phoenix West. Strike 1 on the outside. Third frame of work for Lincoln Lions. West to center field, and that ball is going to play in the wind a little bit in front of the track, and the lefty throwing, right-hand gloved Peter Torbicki. 2 outs, fly out from Phoenix West. Torbicki on the catch. Not a bad time to be a left-handed throw, right-handed glove for the center fielder Torbicki with that ball tailing toward the left center gap. Gloves on that ball side of him. Easy catch, moving over, and Elijah Morales bats. Elijah went to Battle Mountain High School, lived up in Avon, Colorado. Up in the Vail Valley, Morales swings, had the string pulled on him. Off speed got Elijah out in front. Battle Mountain went to the playoffs for the first time in the school's history when Elijah was there. He's going to nub one to short. Slow roller, going to have to hurry with it. Good pickup and quick release at shortstop. Well played with the speedy Morales going. Keegan Randall has the play. And it's a 6-3 putout. Going to the bottom of the sixth, the 7-inning game. So what the heck, I'll bring you a little stretch time right now in a different format, 7-inning frame. 7-inning ball game. We'll make it a 6th-inning stretch for you. Take me out from Greeley with the Foxes in the Front Range League up on the Greeley Grays 9-0.
When I feel like, when I feel like, when I feel like, back when I feel like, I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
I wondered, and they're not going to do it. Pitching change for the Foxes in the bottom of 6. Pitch 1 is upstairs, ball 1. Drew DeVries, 6'3", righty. So he's also from Dordt University. That's where Matthew Eubanks goes to school. These guys are teammates trying to Dordt combo it here. DeVries takes over. Eubanks hitless. No hitter through 5. Allowed 1 walk. I kind of wonder if they're going to let Matthew go for it and try to go either 6 or 7. Would need to be 7 now. No run rule is going to happen here with the bottom of the 6th and a 9-0 score. Pitch count not bad for Eubanks, but Matthew will yield the box. And the first hit of the game for the Grays, Austin Williams rolls one through the middle for a single. So big tip of the cap to Matthew Eubanks. Goes 5 innings, no hits. No runs, 8 strikeouts, just the 1 walk. That 1 walk, his only blemish and the separation from perfection through 5. Walk was in the 2nd inning to Keegan Randall. That's the only guy who reached against Matthew Eubanks on 73 pitches. Eubanks got a balk called against DeVries. Williams is going to move up. I think he might have gone to his mouth up on the hill. I didn't see exactly what it was. Looked like a mouth gesture. So Eubanks, 5 hitless and just the 1 walk was all he allowed. That's a fantastic 5 innings of work. 73 pitches, 45 for strikes. 28 balls, 45 strikes. Matthew was excellent on July 5 in Colorado. This ball popped foul, drifting toward the fence side. Hank Smith's going to get to it. Ball stayed inside the side fence. 1 out. Jake Onderlind, player for the Grays, a catcher. He's coaching over at first base. Aiden Anderson on the pop out, foul to the first baseman. Bottom 6, 1 away. Runner on 2 is Austin Williams. First hit of the game for the Grays, and then a balk moves him up. Cole Crosent, top of the order for the Grays. DeVries pitch, that's in, and that hit Crosent and then banged off of maybe Ryan Vandiver and definitely off of plate umpire Larry May, who took some collateral damage on the hit by pitch to Cole Crosent. 2 runners aboard. First time today the Grays have stacked 2 on base. First time they've had a base runner since the 2nd inning. Peter Torbicki, left-handed batter, will be followed by lefty Seppi Salvatore. Vandiver finds a way to glove that down near the toes of Torbicki, kept it up front. Runners can't move. Pitch from DeVries, missed the zone. Now up and in, and 3 balls, 3-0 the count to Torbicki. Torbicki loads him on the walk. Single, hit by pitch, and a walk. A pop out to first, the only out of the frame. Base is full for Greeley. It's like Wyoming or Kansas up in here. The wind is nonstop, blowing through Greeley. Strike 1. Giuseppe Salvatore, whose brother in the stands raises his hands in disbelief. Salvatore love back there. Come on, bro. Bro being the umpire in that case. Ground ball to short is bobbled. West picks it up, sends it across. Throw is high, and runner trying to come home on it will be safe. 2 errors on the play, 1 on the glove try, 1 on the throw. 2 runs come across for the Grays, who break the 0 on the scoreboard. Runners at first and second now, with Salvatore reaching on his ground ball to short. Torbicki moved to second, scoring on the error on that throw. Smith leapt up and tried to catch it, kept it from flying to the fence, but it rolls loose. And it's 9-2. Grays have gotten on the board. Ground ball toward third. Layout play at third by Young at third, and he'll throw it across. Got the out. Aiden Young, the third baseman, lays down for it. Finds an out over at 1. Torbicki moves to third. Salvatore moves to second. 5-3 put out for 2 away. NOCO Prospectors and Boulder 64s have just gone live on the Front Range Baseball Network in Boulder, Scott Carpenter Park. Single game for them, 9-inning game tonight for the Prospectors and 64s. This ball swatted to center, pretty well hit, but I think that wind's holding it up. Nori Todd retreats and then comes back in a couple steps. Keegan Randall's fly ball to center fielder. Third out of the 6th inning. The Grays break the no-hitter, get a hit from Austin Williams to open the inning. No other hits, but they had a hit by pitch, a walk, an error, and they get 2 runs and the 1 hit. 9-2 final inning here from Greeley. Final inning coming up. Fox is up by 7, and they'll bat with number 7, Oreskes, number 8, Young, and number 9, Vandiver due up. Drew Oreskes, top of the 7th inning. Fox is on the lead. Subplot, minimal drama, but the Foxes need 1 run to make it 16 straight games in double-figure scoring. They've got 9 today. Minor difference on the scoreboard from 9 to 10 in the game of baseball, but statistically interesting. That stretch of 15 in a row in double figures. A little crazy. Ground ball to Sato. He'll toss that in front of Drew Oreskes, 1 away. Ground ball. Lincoln Lyons gets the first out of the top of the 7th. Final scheduled frame from Greeley for Game 1. Game 2 will come up somewhere like 25-ish minutes after the conclusion of this game. Hayden Young takes a ball down and in. Strike called for a 1-1 count. Pretty good pitch. Must have been down below 2-1. 2-2 count to Aiden Young, one away, bases clear. Fouled off for a retry here on 2-2 with Lincoln Lions going back at it. Lions pitch, fouled away again. Aiden Young on the day, he's 1 for 3. Had the 3-run home run in the 4th. Big swing by Young. It was 1-0 in the 4th inning at that time. A single from Morales, a walk from Oreskes. And the Young 3-run homer made it 4-0. 3 more runs scored in the inning for the Foxes. The 6-run 4th inning is the big difference here in a 9-2 ball game. Another 2-2 from Lions. Young hands out over home plate the way his stance is and his pre-pitch. This ball is short. Try to send it across, and that'll be an infield hit. Deep in the hole at short, slipping on the throw try. Keegan Randall went a long way for it. Decided to unload it against Aiden Young down to the first baseline, who's got an infield hit. Second hit of the day for Young. Ryan Vandiver holds his spot. I imagine we'll see Vinny Angle catch game 2, most likely. I talked to Vinny before the game. Asked him if he was doing all right. Last game I saw him catch, he took a couple of ding shots on foul balls or pitches in the dirt that chewed at him a little bit. Nothing terrible, but that's just part of the day's work behind the dish in the mind of the catcher. Said he was all good, fine. Imagine it'll be Young in the second game behind the plate. Fox's bullpen does have a couple guys down there down the right field line. Don't know if that's for the bottom of this last inning or getting ready for game 2. It is Vinny Angle down there catching in the pen. And I'm blocked from the pitcher. Can't exactly see who's throwing to Angle in the pen. Nori Todd's on deck. I can see that over here on the right side. One potential guess would be Kieran Lawing, but that's just a guess through a bunch of chain link. I can't quite tell. It's a righty in the pen for the Foxes. Pitch is in across the letters of Ryan Vandiver. He's on all 4 times today. 2 singles, 2 walks for Vandiver. Nate Eliason. Vandiver points over to him. Nate pops out of the dugout. 4th courtesy run for the same guy. Eliason running just for the catcher Vandiver, and he's gotten a run 4 times today. That 9th spot in the order has scored twice. Now I see Kieran Lawing coaching first base, so that's not him in the bullpen. I missed my guess there. Lawing coaching at first. Nori Todd first pitch, bloops that to short infield fly, and the late drop by Keegan Randall. That's why they have the infield fly rule. Keegan decides to drop it down, see if anybody will pop off their bag. Nobody did. Pop out to short, 2 away. And it's Cade Gavina. Gavina fouled on the right side. Six-three righty Lincoln Lions back to the set position, looking at Young at second base. Lions to the plate, and he drilled Cade Gavina, took that up around the headgear. Gavina, slow start, now trots down the line. Single walk and a hit by pitch in the top of the 7th. We're not running DraftKings on these games, thank God. But if you had action on, do the Foxes score in double figures, they've still got a shot. 9-2. Hank Smith, number 3 spot in the order. Smith, Bertucci, West, 3, 4, 5 now lined up on the runway. Good pitch, outer edge. They worked away from Hank Smith last time. Hasn't worked out today. Smith has been on base every time. He walked in the first, single in the third, double in the fourth, single in the fifth. He's 3 for 3 plus the walk. Staying away, and that one well wide of the zone. Non-stress ball call for Larry May behind the plate. Strike there, up in the zone, came back toward the middle.
That strike brought to you by Local Union 247-365. We like strikes.
One-two pitch from Lions.
That ball brought to you by Rocky Mountain Oysters.
Two-two delivery with 2 outs, bases full for the Foxes. Lions pitch. Smith wastes that one foul to the left side. We've seen very few left side foul balls today. Third base side over the Grays dugout. Over toward the track and the open grassy area. A little easier foul ball retrieval zone than the parking lot over here on the right side, but the heavy dose of foul offs have gone to the south of the field, out in the over the first base dugout. Smith, another pitch coming to him. Smith hits this high behind third. Shortstop's going to have to try to make it now. Left fielder's going to get there, and the ball comes down fair as it swirls around out there. Nice catch. Left fielder again fighting with the wind, Caden Anderson, and they keep the Foxes off of double digits with a pop-up fly out left field. Leave them loaded, and the last chance to hit in Game 1 for the Grays. Doubleheader, 2 7-inning games with the Grays hitting Ren Sato, Brennan Taylor, and Austin Williams, 6, 7, and 8 batters in the bottom of 7 in Greeley. Front Range League action on the Front Range Baseball Network. Check out schedule, standings, and more. FrontRangeLeague.com. That's FrontRangeLeague.com. Summer 2025, the inaugural season of Front Range League Collegiate Baseball. Summer woodbat baseball played along the Front Range of the Rocky Mountains in Colorado and Nebraska. FrontRangeLeague.com is the league website. Standings of interest now is 4 teams trying to make a run to the first ever Front Range League Championship. Of the 8 teams in the league, 4 of those will advance to the final weekend, August 2, August 3 in Fort Collins at City Park. And it'll be single elim. Right now, the 4 teams in the hunt leading the charge toward that Final 4 for the playoff. Fox is in first place. Boulder 64 is in second. Western Nebraska Pioneers and Pueblo Spradley Collegians also in the top 4 mix. August 2 and August 3 in Fort Collins for the Front Range League playoffs and championship. Check FrontRangeLeague.com for more information. Drew DeVries gets his second frame of work and a leadoff single to Ren Sato, who swung with it. That pitch working a little bit away to the outer part of the plate. Sato just lowered the barrel and went with it, knocked it through the right side. Back-to-back innings with leadoff singles for the Grays after they were hitless through 5 against Matthew Eubanks. Austin Williams broke up the no-hitter last inning with a single, and now Sato follows up with a single. Good piece of hitting from Ren, second baseman on D. And the number 6 batter in the order just balked him again, and I think DeVries having an issue up on the hill. I saw him go to his mouth earlier, too, on one they didn't call. I think that's been the issue twice now on balk calls. He balked up Austin Williams. He just balked up Ren Sato. To second base goes Ren. That's a swing and a shot knocked over the top of third base. Tim Galindo, third base coach, will hold up the runner, Sato. They need a bunch. No reason to get all aggressive and put some excitement in the situation. Build some hits here, and they've done it with Sato and Brennan Taylor. Catcher muscles a single over third base. We should get some publicity for Connor Kearns also. Now you see him running the radar gun, 44. Tried to play up the Ryan Othen angle earlier. He's charting now on the clipboard, sitting down just behind Fox's Connor Kearns, who's running the gun. Kearns goes to Antelope Valley CC, as does Ryan Othen. They're the teammates from Antelope Valley in California are working the gun. Kearns out of Murrieta, California, while his teammate Othen from Melbourne, Australia. They've got the duties. Courtesy runner in for the Grays, running for the catcher, Taylor. Nicholas Williams, courtesy runner at first base. DeVries misses wide. Bullpen still happening down there for the Foxes. Bouncing pitch Vandiver fights with. Righty in the pen. I think it's Connor Grease down in the right field corner, throwing back toward the diamond. That ball is over first base. 3 consecutive base hits. Austin Williams does it down the right field line. Williams has back-to-back hits in the 6th and the 7th, and he knocks in a run. Ren Sato scoring. Brennan Taylor's courtesy runner. Moves around to third base, Nicholas Williams. And the Grays won't go quietly into game 2 today. Put a little something up against the Foxes. Runner takes off before DeVries even really got his delivery going, and an easy bag for Austin Williams. Steals second on the pitcher. Got a ball. I think we got a ball sprayed back here behind home plate. Yeah, there's one laying there. So Fox's coach, Jay O'Connor, comes out to get it. It did come down from the bullpen. That thing came in. Matthew Eubanks just stepped out. I'm going to work. I mentioned it before. I'm going to work the technology. And game 2 is my plan. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to get Matthew up here live after he threw a 5-inning no-hitter. So instead of rerunning, Encore presenting the Eubanks conversation from a week or so ago in Colorado Springs, I'm going to see if we can get his agent to release him up here in game 2, the starter from game 1. Caden Anderson, number 9 batter in the order. He's got a 3-0 count with first base unoccupied. Runners at second and third. Anderson trying to load him here with ball 4 and get to the top of the order with Crosant. DeVries pitch, got the zone. Good pitch from DeVries, keeps him in the count. Ball to center, sticks up, and now it drops through Nori Todd. Runners are moving up, and it'll be second and third again with Nicholas Williams scoring. Todd, that ball in the breeze, Todd had kind of a stutter step getting to it, and then it bounced off his glove and fell to the turf. And the Grays are stringing it together here in the final inning. They've scored 2 in the frame, and they get to the top of the order with 2 aboard and nobody out. Cole Crosant batting. DeVries pitch misses wide. Crosant. Behind him is Peter Torbicki. Buries a pitch on a wild one. Another run in. Austin Williams. Wild pitch. Scores Williams. Runner now at third base. That's Caden Anderson. Yeah, we're going live right now from Gering, Nebraska. There's a strike to a 2-1 count from DeVries. I just sent through the feed from Gering, Nebraska, the Spradley Collegians of Pueblo, the southernmost point of the Front Range League, visiting the Western Nebraska Pioneers, the North Star of the FRL. They're playing one 9-inning game tonight at Oregon Trail Park in Gering, Nebraska. Beautiful park. And on July 7 and July 8, Monday and Tuesday of this week, the All-Star Spectacular presented by Arrowhead Distributing. Pitch wide to Crosant. Full count to Cole. So Monday, Tuesday, home run derby on Monday night in Gering, and Tuesday the All-Star game. Here's a 3-2 pitch to Crosant. To the right side, that's through. Crosant base hit. Cole knocks in a run. That's Caden Anderson scoring. 4 guys who came to the plate before Crosant have all scored. And the lead dwindling. Here comes Larry McCann out of the Foxes dugout. He may go straight to a change. I think, this will be a pitching change. No visit here for a conversation. This is just right to it. Going to get to the bullpen that's been gearing up for a little while, as the Foxes will make a change in the final frame, bottom of 7, and it is Connor Grease. Right-hander was warming up. Grease, hometown of Loveland, Colorado. Grease plays at Indian Hills in Iowa. Loveland High grad and Indian Hills CC current right-handed pitcher. Connor Grease, 6'3" righty, coming to the hill in relief in an increased pressure 7th inning with 4 to the plate. Sato a single. He has scored. Taylor a single. His courtesy runner Nicholas Williams scored. Austin Williams a single. He scored. Caden Anderson reached on error. He just scored. Cole Crosant reprimes the pump for the Grays. Runner aboard. Peter Torbicki, number 2 spot, will be due up next. Connor Grease on in relief for the Foxes with Cole Croson at first base after his RBI single. Strike on a check swing on pitch 1 to Peter Torbicki. Peter 0 for 2 in the game, has a walk last inning, the 6th frame he walked. Grease bounces one, and Croson's going to get second base out of that. Wild pitch from Connor Grease. Ryan Vandiver's got a busted knee protector on his right leg guard. It's still covering it up, but it looks like maybe a strap came off. It was kind of flapping around. He adjusts that back down, goes Vandiver into the stance, and has to pick up high on a high pitch from Grease. 2-1 the count. Enjoyed talking to Connor Grease on a 97-degree, completely sunny rainout day in Fort Collins. That was irrigation problem at City Park. Flooded infield on a beautiful sunny day. Talked with Connor a little while I was there. Ran into a guy and his dog in the park. Connor lit up about the dog. Right-handed pitcher for the Foxes, a dog guy. Trying to calm himself down here in a count. He's fallen behind him now. Got a strike 1 to Torbicki, now 3-1, and he gets the edge. Vandiver nicely tweaks that pitch. It probably caught the outer edge, and Vandiver sweetened up the look a little bit. Full count. Foul off from Torbicki. Peter, Las Vegas, Nevada, the hometown. Brea College in Tennessee in his collegiate path. Torbicki trying to keep the wheels going here for the Grays on another 3-2, nobody out. Torbicki to the left side, that'll get foul down the third base line. Bounces over the Grays bullpen and down to the outfield fence. Ball had extra base potential for sure. It goes foul left side. Vandiver back down, trying to figure out what to throw Peter here on a 3-2. Good foul off from Torbicki. Sees if he can get a better pitch or a free pass. Get the number 3 batter in the order up. Here's the pitch down, bouncing in, and Torbicki works a walk. Good AB from Peter Torbicki. Number 3 spot in the order, Seppi Salvatore coming in. And if you run the sequence here, the tying run is in the on-deck circle now. That seemed a long way off for the Grays just moments ago, but they've put 6 consecutive guys on base in the bottom of 7. Salvatore sees ball 1. Left-handed hitter against the righty Grease. Grease brought that across the plate toward the feet of left-handed hitting Seppi Salvatore. The DH, Deegan Corrigan. Cleanup batter is on deck. Salvatore flares that foul, and it'll get to the side fence and bounce around down by the hitting turtle. Elijah Morales, the left fielder, ran toward it. Couldn't have gotten there anyway. There was some apparatus down there, but he wasn't going to catch that either way. Wind still at the same pace it's been at all day. The flag, not only the flag blown, but the flagpole is bouncing around too. Pretty notable wind here against the bat into the face of Salvatore. Fouls it off. His dad, TJ, who stopped in and said hi a little earlier, and the family all sitting right down below us behind home plate. Dad, TJ, taking video of Seppi's 1-2 pitch coming. Grease sends it. He misses it out wide. 2-2 count. Grease again, 2 strikes against Salvatore. Comes inside, got him on the inside part of the plate. Salvatore departs. Good pitch. Underneath the hands of Seppi Salvatore, one away. Deegan Corrigan, 0 for 3 on the day. Grounded out to third last inning in the 6th. He's the 8th Grays batter to come to the plate. Ball down. Vandiver blocks it in the dirt from Grease. First 6 guys reaching in the inning. The strikeout of Salvatore put an end to that hot streak of 6 in a row. Single, single, single error, single walk. Grease gets the outer edge. Good pitch. 1-1. Grease again. Late on the swing is Corrigan. He's got a 1-2 count. Connor Grease in relief. Trying to stabilize the inning. Number 4 spot in the order here. Upstairs, out of the zone. Grease fires a strike through the swing of Corrigan. Back-to-back Ks for reliever Connor Grease. Couple big outs against the 3 and 4 batters. Now the number 5 spot, Keegan Randall. Every Grays batting spot has been at the plate this inning. 9th guy to come up is Randall here. First and second, the runners. No real urgency to move them up. You're down by 4, so you don't want to risk them on the bags. Would love to take the force off if you get the chance. Move up to second and third, but be surprised to see runners go here unless Croson at second gets a great read and knows he can get third. You got to watch out for the trail throw. Good speed at first with Torbicki. Catcher might opt to go to second base on any kind of a steal try. I don't think we'll see anybody go here. Foul off through the parking lot from Keegan Randall. Ren Sato led off the inning. He's on deck. 1-1 count. Grease to the plate. That's in and almost got the shoulder of Randall, who did a good job not yielding the box. He gave enough of a turn that he made an effort, so it wouldn't have been called against the batter for lack of attempt. That would have grazed him. It would have loaded him up. Just missed him. Grease resets. Good pitch down and away. Hits the zone. 2-2 count. With the extended 7th inning with this rally from the Grays, all the taco meat is now gone. Thanks for letting that happen. Grays, nice rally in the 7th. They're going to play again. This will feel good to the Grays. Build some momentum after Eubanks shut them down for 5. There's a tapper play going to first, and the Foxes have the win. Now the late push from the Greeley Grays in Game 1 of our doubleheader. 4 runs in the 7th inning bring the score to 9-5. And the story of this game is the arm of the righty starter for the Foxes, Matthew Eubanks. He goes 5 hitless innings. Eubanks, a 5-inning performance today that was beautiful. 5 pitched, no hits, no runs, 8 strikeouts, and 1 walk across 5 innings. So 15 outs recorded by Eubanks, 8 of those by strikeouts. Some good defense, too, really both sides in the outfield in particular. Balls taken away at times off of bats. Eubanks went 73 pitches and threw 45 strikes in his 5-inning no-hitter, followed by DeVries and then Grease on the closeout. Foxes take Game 1, 9-5, and somewhere around 20, 25-ish minutes from now comes game number 2 right here on the Front Range Baseball Network from Greeley, Colorado. Foxes and Grays going another one. Umpires will swap positions thanks to our 2-umpire crew, Larry May and Scott Sheely, who are working the 2-man crew. They'll flip positions, and we'll come back with game 2 on the Front Range Baseball Network. Figure in 20 or 25. We got 3 other games still going on the network right now, and we will rejoin to make it 4 running. Miracles and Diamond Club in game 2 in Arvada. Prospectors and 64s in Boulder on the network, a 9-inning ball game. And the Spradley Collegians and Western Nebraska Pioneers in pregame, just about to get that game going from Gehring, Nebraska. It's Spradley Collegians of Pueblo and the Pioneers out of Western Nebraska, actually just underway now with 1 out. In the top of the first inning, Spradley Collegians batting up in Nebraska on the Front Range Baseball Network. I'm Thad Anderson. Final score, 9-5 Foxes take game 1 and move to 19-3 on the season. And they'll do it again here in a few minutes.